Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are in for another weekly evlog. You guys get 2 of them this week. Sorry they're a little late, going on vacation in just a couple hours. So it is time for us to do, we have what? Do we have a doubleheader? Tripleheader? We have a tripleheader actually this weekend. So on, I think it's Wednesday or Thursday, that's when we're filming this, quote unquote, we are heading up to Oxford Plains Speedway for the American Canadian Tour 125. Now, we were just up there for 150 laps for a super late model race with pass. There's also an open super late model race that's 250 laps. I was thinking about doing it, but I'm like, I need to go and get my SK points. So I was like, you know, we've got one SK modified up here in the front, and we've got our late model in the back. And I figured it'd be fun to be able to switch it up, you know, for, you know, whatever division that we wanted to be able to do, is switch it up and keep it fresh. So that's what this week is, Wednesday and Friday, late models at Oxford Plains for 125 laps, and then the SK modifieds at Stafford for 40 laps. Then we're going to be heading down to Charlotte to get our hauler down for the Xfinity race. Okay, now how are we going to do that? We're going to break time and space. Because technically the SK Modified's on the same day as the Xfinity, but they don't need to know that. But it's going to be actually really fun. I'm excited to be back in the Xfinity series. Again, that's not a series that we're doing full time, but we have won 5 times there. I'd love to make it 6. And we, you know, the season's already starting to wind down. Can you believe that? Can you already believe that we're in almost September? So, yeah, 3 races, hoping just for a lot of fun in these 3 divisions because I love racing the late models. SK mods, we're going for a championship, and you know, we got second last week, a DNF, and then 4 wins in a row if we go backwards. So I'm hoping just some consistency. But let's get into the truck. Let's head up to Oxford, and we'll see you guys once we're up there. All right, everybody. Probably about a 4 or 5 hour drive, but we are up here in Portland, and so very excited. Portland's standing in for Oxford, by the way. But really excited to be up here, and I'm excited to be with the American Canadian Tour. We had been with them once before when we kind of filled in as a super late model race, I believe, when we did New Hampshire for the New England Northeast Classic back in like April. So I'm excited to be back with them, and especially back in a late model, so it should be a really good time. So we're going to head out here on the track for practice, get a couple laps, kind of try to get the car dialed in and see what we're able to accomplish and go from there. So we'll see you guys right after practice. All right, back from practice, feeling pretty good, feeling pretty strong, hoping to be able to keep that momentum going for us. I believe that we're 6 on the board. They're going to be starting 26 cars, so we got to qualify in, and we'll see how that goes overall. But it is time for us to head out now onto the track for 2 laps of single car qualifying. I realize I probably should have put those into heat races, but it is what it is, and we get what we get, but it is time for us to head out on track and see how we do. right, not exactly where I thought we would be. I think we're going to fight tire wear. This compound for the American Canadian Tour with these Hoosier tires is very interesting. I'm not getting as much kind of sticky grip as I was expecting, like in the super late model, so I'm kind of coming in blind. We're going to be starting 11th. So really, if you think about it, field of 26, we're about mid-pack, but I bet you we can work our way up there. So let's go racing. 125 laps here at Oxford with the American Canadian Tour and late models. Let's see how we do. All right, well, that was an interesting race. We ended up finishing 4th. That's what I'll give you as the long and short. Until, like, the last lap, I thought we were going to finish second. In case anybody's wondering how we thought our day was going to go, it was that. We thought that we were going to have second. So we started in 11th, and we were able to start getting our way through the field. But before that could even happen, after the very first lap in turn 3, somebody got down onto the rumble strip, got themselves turned sideways slightly, and we accordioned a whole bunch of cars together. Bent bumpers, bent fenders. Sucks, but luckily Oxford isn't like a speed track, but I could feel that there was some sort of drag, something that was kind of, I can't tell if I had a tire rub or what. There was no smoke, but it was just not, it was not right, because we were involved in that. Went back to green, we were able to fight our way up to second, and felt really good about that. We were going, and I can't remember if we got loose or, no, we had help, didn't we? We ended up having help. They got us turned sideways in turn 4, which I was like, you know, I wanted tires anyway, so I wasn't super sad about that. Went in, got tires, had a really good restart, got ourselves back up towards the front, and really we were running up front throughout the whole entire to race once we were able to get back up there. And up, like I said, up until like the last lap, we were second, and then somebody got into our inside because I just couldn't hold the line anymore. Kind of pushed us a little bit to the outside, and we're kind of bouncing and banging, but like we're in the middle playing this pinball, and we're the ball, and everybody else is the bumpers. And then really, I remember just coming out of 4 and just being like, you know, living in my head from the ARCA series back at Daytona in February. I'm not lifting until I see the checkered of Jesus, which was my life right there. Then and there, I just pedaled to the metal. You can see how wide I swung. But I did. I got 4th. We were not able to get up on the podium, but I'll take a 4th place finish in the American-Canadian Tour, so it's a great way to start the week. But that's going to do it for this one. We're going to go back home. We'll see you again once we are down at Stafford on Friday for the SK mods. So we'll see you down there, and yeah, let's see if we can keep this momentum going for the week. All right, everybody, welcome to Friday. Welcome to Stafford. We are here for the SK Mods, the highlight division here at Stafford Speedway. We did find out, I'm very excited, that there are going to be new sound effects coming to the SKs, the touring, and the mini stocks. I don't know when the sounds are going to be coming out, but I know that they were recording in Stafford, so I'm hoping that they come out in September with this next release for iRacing. A new sound effect would just cherry on top for this division. But we're going to head out for practice now. Hoping that we're going to do pretty good. We got second last week, and again, we had a DNF before that. So, again, hoping to keep that consistency, keep it strong. We're going for the championship here for 2 years in a row here at Stafford. So I'm really hoping we can kind of pull that off and kick some butt. But we'll head out for practice, and we'll see you guys right afterwards. Let's see where we kind of rank this week. All right, so mid-pack, like how we usually are, we're definitely better on long-term speed here at Stafford, which we've had a lot of green flag racing this year, so I think that we can use that for advantage. I think we were able to get to 9th, which I know is at the front of the pack when we start almost 40 cars, but it feels like mid-pack. But again, handicaps are in place, so for the heat race, we're actually going to be starting quite far in the back, but we are going to be in heat race number 1, so if we do have the ability to somehow manage to win that, that'd be starting us on the pole and put us in a really good position for this race. So we're going to head out for heat racing now. We'll see you guys right afterwards, and fingers crossed to come back with maybe the pole position. All right. We were able to move ourselves up again. There was some battle that was kind of happening, and I think we can still get that speed that we need out of it. We're gonna make a couple adjustments, but yeah, essentially we are fourth from that. So again, that'll start us what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11th. So pretty much like the same for the American Canadian Tour. So not a bad spot to be, especially if it puts us on the inside. And we're just going to have to push our way to the front. Actually, it's 12, so we'll be on the outside. But regardless, we'll be able to start working our way to the front and just hoping that we're going to have a good race. Overall, keep the car clean and keep that consistency up. So we'll see you guys right after 40 laps for the SK mods. Alright, that is not how you want to have a race go, and that's not how you want to have a crash. I know the officials have DQ'd the person who had made contact with us. I don't even know who it was. I've barely watched a video. All I know is that I was going into turn 1, and I crept up a little bit, don't get me wrong. I made a little bit of contact with somebody, which I'm not telling them to lift, but we're on lap number 10, so it's not like we're coming out of 4 for the checkered. But they did actively turn left pretty much as hard as they could, which hooked us in the right rear fender, which then sent us straight on at 70 plus miles an hour into the turn 1 wall. Thank you, Stafford, for having that safer barrier there. Thank you for keeping us safe. But overall, I can't believe that, one, that it happened. I'm glad that we're okay. I'm mad that we completely totaled another modified. But, you know, racing is what racing is, but it's really frustrating when you're like, I felt like we could be adults about this, and apparently we can't be. So, if he wants to come and talk to me at my trailer, we'll go from there. But just a crappy week, unfortunately, right before we go on vacation. We still have one more race to go, so hopefully, Daytona, we almost won there in the Xfinity Series before, but it's such a gamble. That's where we're going to be heading next in the next video. So wish us luck there. But that's going to do it for this weekly e-vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we'll be back with the SKs once I get back from vacation in 2 weeks. But with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.